Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to give you an update on when the consulates and the embassies are going to reopen. I'm also going to share some other important details with you as well, so make sure to stick around. Hi everyone. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Michael Ashuri and I'm a US immigration lawyer based in Los Angeles, California. At my law firm, we regularly post videos to make sure that you're up to date with what's happening in immigration. So if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button now. So let's get started. So as I mentioned earlier, in this video, I'm going to give you an update on when the consulates and the embassies are going to reopen. Let's start with a little bit of background information. Well, since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, the consulates and the embassies basically stopped doing routine visa appointments. Now let me explain why that's important. When you apply for a visa, whether it's an immigrant visa or a non-immigrant visa, you usually have to attend a visa interview where you basically go before a consular officer, they ask you various questions, and after a successful interview, they'll issue the visa in your passport. Well, when visa services stop, people basically can't get their visas approved. So again, since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, many thousands of people have been prevented from getting their visas approved. Okay, so now that we have a general understanding of what's going on, the first question that I'd like to answer is, what is currently open with the consulates and embassies? Well, the consulates and the embassies, for the most part, are open for several different types of services. The first type of service that they're open for is services for US citizens. So if there are US citizens that are abroad that need access to their local consulate and embassy, for the most part, the consulates and embassies are open for these types of services. Additionally, the consulates and the embassies are open for emergency visa services. So if somebody has an emergency need to get a visa to come to the United States, in most cases, the consulates and the embassies are open for those services. Additionally, the consulates and embassies are open for mission critical services. So if somebody's going to be applying for a visa to come to the United States to be a medical researcher, to conduct research for COVID, or if they're going to come to the United States to be a nurse in hospitals that are short-staffed, or similar such things, they're going to be coming in the national interest, then the consulates and the embassies have exceptions to conduct visa interviews for those types of people. Another point that I want to mention is that some consulates and embassies have resumed some degree of routine visa services. Okay, so the next question that I want to answer is, when are the consulates and the embassies going to reopen? This is one of the most common questions, and for good reason. So there is no specific date that all the consulates and the embassies are going to reopen. Instead, the consulates and the embassies are going to open on a post-by-post basis based on the local conditions of the area. For example, the consulates and the embassies in France may reopen at a different time than the consulates and the embassies in Turkey. Based on the local conditions of that particular area is how they will decide when they will reopen and when they will resume routine visa services. So the next question that I want to answer is, what local factors are the consulates and the embassies going to look for to determine when they're going to reopen? Well, they're going to look at various factors such as the number of COVID-19 cases in the area, the medical capacity of the particular area, and any local restrictions on travel in that particular area. So the next question that I want to answer is, how can you check what services are currently being offered at your local consulate or embassy? Well, you can go to that consulate or embassy's particular website, and under that website, most consulates and embassies have a special section for COVID updates. And you can check that section of the website and you can see what services they are currently conducting, what visas they're currently processing. And in many cases, they'll also provide a contact email address or a contact phone number that you can use to contact them to see what services they're offering. Additionally, in some cases, you can even check the Twitter feed of that particular consulate or embassy to see what services they're currently offering. Okay, so the next question that I want to answer is, will certain visas be given priority over other types of visas? And the answer is yes. There will be preference given to certain visas over other types of visas. For family-based visas, the priority is going to be given to immediate relatives of US citizens. Additionally, priority will also be given to K-1 fiancé visas. So basically the fiancés of US citizens. Now, for non-immigrant visas, the priority will be given to emergency visa appointment needs, mission critical services, as we discussed, and visas for foreign diplomats. After those visas, the priority will go to student visas, such as the F1, M1, and J1 visas, and for temporary work visas. So the last question that I want to answer is, what precautions are the consulates and the embassies going to take to protect people that are going to be coming in for routine visa interviews? Well, they're going to be doing several things. They're going to be limiting the number of visa interviews that they schedule in a given time. Additionally, they're going to be enforcing social distancing in the waiting room. They're also going to be disinfecting areas that are frequently touched. They are also going to be following the local health and safety regulations. Okay, so everybody, I hope you guys found this video extremely helpful. We went through a lot here. We talked about what's going on with the consulates and embassies, what's currently open, when are the consulates and embassies going to be reopening for more routine visa services, what factors they're going to look for when deciding when to reopen. We talked about how you can check to see whether your local consulate or embassy is reopened. We talked about the preference system for the different types of visas that are going to be offered. And we also talked about the precautions that the consulates and embassies are going to take to keep people safe when they go in for their visa interviews. Again, I hope you guys found this video very helpful. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to drop them in the comments below. If you know anybody that could benefit from this information, make sure to share this video with them. We're all about empowering you with knowledge. So the more people that can see this video that can benefit from this information, the better. Again, if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button now. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up so that YouTube knows to share this information with more people. And as always, I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much.